This just in from Italy. Let's see what it is.
Ah, fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey.
Whoever shipped this truly didn't care too much. They sent me a ball of tape that is encasing a SK8 from Casio. Now, this is another part of the SK line from the late 80s that I've never seen before this. This is strange. And I don't remember this one actually existing at all. The one thing that's intriguing to me is that, kind of ROM box, not ROM DOS, that is there over on the upper right. That's different. But a lot of this looks like some components or some elements from the SK1 and, of course, the pads from the SK5. And looking at it, it is a 32-key keyboard, very similarly to the other SKs, the SK100, and so are bigger versions, but here we are. And we can see they're like the exact same form factor size as the SK5 and just slightly bigger in package than the original, everybody's favorite, the SK1. We will definitely need to do some head-to-head lineup for what of these keyboards is the best. This is a toy battle, but still probably really cool.
I want my string beans to be quarantined. I like a little fortress around my mashed potatoes so the meatloaf doesn't invade my mashed potatoes and cause mixing in my plate.
Cool jams aside, let's listen to see if this thing can create some cool jams. Ooh, that was awful. So we can see that there's these LED lights above the keys, and they have something to do with the arranger elements of this keyboard. And the SK8 seems to be biased way towards arranger stuff. You can see that big ROM thing up in the upper right. That's actually like a card insert, and it's like a super screwed up version of a card. And I have to just like take a little time to rant, because look at this thing. It's like a card with a metal attachment. It's like weapon style, and it's really hard to insert and exert, and it's got this kind of strange way of doing it. And I just have to say, like, why in the 80s did we have so many different formats for cards? Like, Roland was smart, kind of using PCMCIA. Yamaha was using this Atari-like thing that only worked on certain keyboards, so they had every keyboard had like a different format. Very annoying. So now let's listen to the stock sounds or the presets that are on here. There's not a lot of room for doing any kind of sound manipulation. There is an envelope control that seems like it can be done. But for the most part, like, you've got the 8 sounds this offers and your 4 samples, and that's kind of it. And the sampler itself functions very much like any of the SKs I've interacted with. You have except this one, like the SK5, has short sample and long sample. And if you do the long sample, it does take away the number of total samples you can have. Where, if you do short samples, you can have 4. In long sample, you can only have 2. So, allegedly. And you have the ability to loop your samples if you're like sampling a tone or even sampling a word. It can loop nicely. You can also reverse it. So, some fun things here, but really nothing new functionally from the SK5, and for the most part, not a lot of real difference between the SK1. So there's no doubt that I'm going to do a bit of a comparison between the 3 SKs that I now have in my collection for the SK1, the SK5, and now the SK8. I would say, though, that there's not a lot that's really impressing me right off the bat, especially for what I'd want to do today in 2025 with this nearly 40-year-old keyboard. So do follow along if you like the SKs. Tell me what you think. If you think I'm missing out on something, I'd love to hear about it before I do my comparison, because I will probably, not give this one high cred because the other two kind of seem to do everything this one does and is better, while this one being kind of a rarity. So always like and subscribe. Thanks.